Yo, I'm guessing you clicked on this video because of the title. That you're struggling in life right now, and I just want to make this to tell you that shit's gonna be okay. Maybe that choice is up to you. Coming from a 19-year-old, I have gone through more hardships than I would say most people have at my age. Um, Especially the past year and a half, mainly 2025, and like end of 2024 probably was the hardest time in my life. Um, and I want to share it with you so you guys know that what you're going through, you're not alone in this shit. At the end of my senior year, I was a varsity starter for 2 years. One of the best receivers in the state of Ohio, and I tore my ankle at the end of my senior year. I then was struggling to get an offer for college. Luckily, I got a Division II offer at a school in Ashland, Ohio, and I was really happy about it. Before then, though, I was going through a very hard breakup, and I got cheated on it. So those two things stacked up with each other. My ankle, it took 8 months for it to heal. Um, and then finally I got to college, pulled my hamstring second day, and then we get to camp. I get really sick. I'm out for a week, and I have to quarantine myself because of how sick I was. And then I was thinking, finally, God, you're putting me on the up now. You put me on all these down stuff. I don't know really what I learned from it, but I'm going up now because that's how life is, right? You go up or you go down, and then you go back up. Um, but I just kept going down, and then I ruptured my spleen. I was like 15 minutes away from dying. Um, I lost 3 liters of blood, and I had to get life flighted. The sport that I loved almost killed me. Um, and I think that was at a point in my life where I didn't know where or what I wanted to do anymore. My whole life was football. Everything I did was football, and I was doing my plan. Um, but whether you guys believe in God or not, He has a plan for everyone, and He does certain things to take you off your plan because His plan is so much greater. Now, flash forward almost a year later. He got me into day trading, that I struggled with for a very long time. I wasn't in a relationship for a year and a half, which wasn't common for me. I had 3 relationships in high school that lasted a fair amount of time, and then I was alone. He taught me to be alone, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated being alone. It was new to me, as if you guys are going through something similar, if it's a breakup or something. But God is gonna put you in places and give you obstacles that you can overcome because He knows how strong you are. Now you might not think that now, but He is redirecting your life in ways that you can't understand or see. Just recently, 3 months ago, or honestly, the past year and a half, ever since my last relationship, I didn't think I could like someone again. I was at a weird state where I couldn't put put anything. I didn't like anyone. And then God put another girl in my life, and it just ended. But that whole situation, I was questioning, why would I even go in this if it wasn't gonna work? It wasn't like a relationship where it was toxic. It just kind of stopped and ended. And this is recent. This happened like a week ago. But I've done so much reflecting on it. And He showed me that I could experience that again. I could feel love, and I could show love to someone again. But He just wanted to show that to me to understand that I can get that in the future, but not right now. He put a vision in my head as soon as I got injured. with day trading. All my content is about day trading on this account. But God is going to challenge you in ways that you cannot understand or comprehend, and you're going to get really frustrated and you're going to get really mad. And there's two things you can do when you're down. You can either drown or you can swim. And fuck, you can even fly. As corny as that sounds, a lot of you guys need to hear this if you're in a dark place. Suicide's never the answer. If that is something that is on your mind, that will not fix your problems. That will not make it go away. It's like a permanent band-aid of just removing yourself from this life. You have to take full advantage of the one life that you are given. You do not get second chances. You get one life guaranteed, and it's the life you're living right now. Every hardship that you go through, you shouldn't blame anyone but yourself. Okay? Even if it is not in your control, you have to control what you can control, if that makes sense. If there is an outside variable that you can't control, then you have to work through that. You have to make a solution to it. You have to problem solve. You cannot just stay still. There's a difference between comfortability and hardship, obviously, but the point I'm making with that is you do not ever want to be comfortable with the life that you are living, especially if you're my age, and you have nothing going for you and you think that there's nothing out there for you. You have to act on it. If you just stay inside and play fucking video games all day, how do you think your life is going to be? How do you think your future is going to be? God has a plan for each and every one of you, but just because he has a plan for you doesn't mean you're going to follow it. Okay, we have very selfish, fleshly desires that we give into, these temptations, these sinful acts, and you have to really humble yourself, put the ego down, put the sword down, and trust God. Okay, trust him. And what does that mean in trusting him? Because a lot of people say let go and let God. There is a lot of truth to that, but that doesn't mean stay still. Good things do not come without work. Okay, you want something good in this life. You want whatever your goal is. Okay, you want to become a day trader like me. You have to put in the work in every single day. Every loss is your fault, and you have to take accountability. Put the ego down. You're not better than anyone else. Okay, you're not. You're not. All right, that man might be bigger than you. He might be stronger than you. He might be richer than you. But stop comparing your life to his. Both of you guys have different plans designed from God. And you know in your conscious mind, whatever you're doing, if it's going to benefit you or if it's not. I have many struggles in my life. I'll use a great example of probably a lot of people go through these two things. Lust and if you guys smoke weed. There are two things that really don't benefit you at all. Lust especially. It's temporary satisfaction. It is like putting a Band-Aid over your problems to make yourself feel better. You cannot... Look, you're going to mess up. You're going to struggle along the way. But if you continue to stay still in the life that you're living and not try to overcome it, then you will never be anything. And if you need me to tell you that, or someone's going to tell you that by the time where it's too late, because if you're my age, if you're between the ages of like 16 to honestly 28, okay, you have time. You have time to turn your life around. But if you realize this too late at the age of 40, when your life is in shit, it's too late. Okay, I know people say it's never too late, but in reality it is. This is the time of your life where you have the time to not stress about money, not stress about really anything. This is the time of your life that you need to figure it out. Okay, now you might be going through a hard time. All right, your life might not be going your way, but the only reason why these obstacles are coming into your life is to make you better. Okay, don't take it as like a punch in the face from God. Don't take it as like he's doing this on purpose and it's his fault. It's his fault. No, he's putting this stuff in your life to make you better. All right, to make you more wise. Do you want to be a fool? Do you? You want to be a wise person. You want to be the person that people come up to you and ask you, wow, how did you do this? Who gave you this? How hard did you work? You want people to ask you that question. You don't want people to ask you, damn, life's not working for you, man. You wanna, you can come work at a factory with me if you want. You'll make $15 an hour, hate your life, and probably want to die. Now, there's some people out there that enjoy that, and props to them. But take a bigger look at your life. Do you want to be like everyone else? Do you want to be another NPC roaming around doing what everyone else tells you to do? No. All right, I'm 19 years old. I started this skill 10 months ago. 10 months ago. And am I anywhere close to where I want to be? No. Have I made progress? Yes. I set out many goals for this year. A lot of them, in other people's eyes, were very unrealistic. I've made close to 10K this year in trading, which, I mean, it's not a lot to the bigger people, but for 10 months in, you got to take a step back and look how far that you've came. And if you're in the spot right now where you are in this, like, you feel like plateaued, like compare it to like a sport, okay? If you play basketball, all right, you're on the basketball team and you only go to practice and you don't do anything besides going to practice. You don't do anything outside of practice, okay? You're going to get to a point where you can't get much better because you're not putting in extra work, okay? You're at a point where you're just kind of plateauing. You're just shooting a 50 in golf every time or a 45 in golf every time because you're not practicing. You're not putting in the extra work to make yourself better. Just because, I'll compare it to day trading, for example. I don't back test anymore because I don't think it helps. I journal in the morning. I take my trades in the morning. And after that, I don't look at the charts until tomorrow or if I'm making a video. Okay? But what I do outside of that impacts my work in the same way and makes me better. In every skill, you need to make yourself a better person in the process to help you overcome that with whatever it is, okay? Because if it's in a business and involves money, greed, and risk is going to come into play every single time. And you're not just going to learn those two things mentally by just staying still and doing the same thing every day and make it like a comfortable routine for you. You're going to come to a point where you can't get much better because you're not putting in extra work. I know the point of this video was if you're struggling, click on this because I need you to realize your self-worth and how far, either if you're starting today or if you had a hard time a year ago and you finally are at a point where you feel like you're overcoming it, man. Like, I promise there is light on the other side. There's so many more examples than just me. If you put your mind to something and you truly fucking believe it, it's going to happen. And like I said, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But I just bought my first car at 18. I bought it a month ago when I was 18. Okay? It's not like some shit box. I bought an Audi. And like, I still strive for more. One of my favorite quotes is from Matthew McConaughey, and some guy comes up to him and asks, like, who's your hero? Who do you look up to? And he goes, let me get back to that. So the guy asks him again a couple of days later, and he says, me in 10 years. Okay, 10 years goes by. The guy comes up to him, and he goes, you your hero yet? And he goes, no, my hero's 10 more years. Okay? And then the whole point of that quote is that you're never going to be your hero, but it keeps you chasing someone to be better. Okay, you never want to just be at a point in your life where you're just like okay with who you are. Unless you're like 60 or 70 and you really put everything together. You should be trying to get better every single day of your life. All right, and especially to those young kids out there, you see all your friends going to college, want the college experience, the parties and everything. That will not fulfill you. It won't. It's not going to make you a better person. It's just going to delay who you're meant to be. Okay, because if you think that going out to bars every weekend and don't get me wrong, you should have weekends where you have a good time, but don't make that your whole life. Especially these kids going to college or putting themselves like $80,000 in debt, and they have no idea what to do. But just listen, man. Shit's gonna work out and it's gonna be okay. But that's up to you. because no one is going to feel bad for you if you quit. No one. No one. If you just stop and you quit and you leave the lobby, no one's going to care. No one's going to feel bad. All right, your family might say they feel bad, and your friends might pat you on the shoulder, but at the end of the day, who's laying in that bed with you? It's you. It's you versus you. Like, it's a quote that gets passed around a lot, but like, dude, it's serious. Like, it's your life. And if you let other people dictate how your life is going to be, you're going to be like everyone else. And who wants to do that? You want to be like everyone else? You want to be like the other 50 fucking guys in the same office? No, dude, you don't. And if you want to take that comfortable route and you want to go live that just okay life, then you go right ahead. That's for you. That's for you. But the people that want to be better and want to be rich, okay? Because there's that meaning is not just money, okay? Because if you think that once you get a certain amount of money that your life's going to change, it's going to be a lot better, don't get me wrong. But if you think that it's going to fulfill every single one of your needs, that's not true. That's not true. If you got $100 million in the bank but you're alone, you really think there's only so many things you can do before you're not happy. You got to be rich in many ways. You got to be rich in the mind. That's the number one thing. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. There is nothing more powerful than your mind. I truly believe that. Whatever you think will come true. All right? If you have a goal in your mind and you wake up every day saying that you are going to do this, you are going to do that, you're convincing yourself that it will happen. You're putting yourself in your future's shoes who already has it. And if you truly believe it, because self-doubt is going to creep in, but if you truly believe it, it's going to happen. There's nothing that can stop you once you get to that point. All right, your friends are going to tell you it's not going to work out. Your family's going to not be on your side. But prove every motherfucker wrong. All right, these bad times, you got to be grateful for them. You got to be happy that it's happening to you because you're strong enough to get you through it, and you know that at the end of it, it's going to make you a better person. It's going to make you wiser. It's going to make you just better overall, man. And I know that it sucks right now. It sucks. You don't think it's ever going to get better. But if you wake up every day telling yourself it's never going to get better, what do you think is going to happen? It's never going to get better. But if you wake up tomorrow and you have a different mindset and you just start telling yourself, I'm so serious. Look in the mirror every single day you wake up and you imagine, close your eyes right now and imagine yourself where you want to be in 5 years or 10 years. Wherever you want your future self to be, imagine it, okay? And feel who you're supposed to be. Go into that body. See how they live, okay? And then wake up every single day telling yourself that is your life, and it will happen. It's gonna happen, man. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. These hard times are just lessons to make you better. It's gonna be all right. I promise. But if you stay still, it's never gonna get better. But that's up to you. It's your choice to make.